When big-name brands go woke and go broke. Have you noticed that some of the biggest American brands like Bud Light, Ben & Jerry's, and Disney are taking major financial and reputational hits? After decades of dominating the market, these companies jumped on the woke bandwagon, and the backlash has been swift and brutal. Today, we'll explore how woke branding backfires spectacularly. Bud Light. Starting with Bud Light. It was the top beer brand in America for more than 2 decades, but in May 2023, it lost its position to Modelo Especial, the Mexican lager brewed near Mexico City by Constellation Brands. Why? It all started with a social media promotion post featuring transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney in April. The post was less than a minute long and was mostly about a $15,000 giveaway that the company sponsored during March Madness.
Hi! Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay. Love ya. Okay, break a leg.
Bud Light hired Mulvaney for the promotion in a bid to be inclusive in the current state of corporate America, which is all about diversity, equity, and inclusion. In fact, DEI management is now the second fastest growing job on LinkedIn. But unfortunately for them, instead of profiting from the promotion, they suffered a huge backlash, with many of Bud Light's core customers feeling alienated. Some of the most prominent voices backing the boycott have attacked the transgender community in the past, including the musician Kid Rock, who posted a video of himself shooting a stack of Bud Light cases in April.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
On social media, Bud Light critics called for a boycott of the brand, in addition to Anheuser-Busch's portfolio of products, which include Budweiser, Busch, Stella Artois, Michelob Ultra, and Hoegaarden. In April, one of its factories reportedly received a bomb threat amid the ongoing backlash. The fallout didn't stop there. Bud Light's parent company has reportedly lost $27 billion in market value since this controversy unfolded. Some industry workers said the company may never recover from the loss. And the brand's response to pull back on their marketing efforts to the LGBTQ community didn't help in the matter, as it caused disappointment in people with more inclusive points of view. And it's not just the brand that's in trouble. The ad agency behind this marketing misstep is also feeling the heat, facing an uncertain future. Captivate, the California-based marketing firm, has fired several top executives and 30 employees, about 20% of its workforce, in a new round of layoffs. According to reports, Captivate was the one that introduced Mulvaney to Bud Light. Ben & Jerry's. Then there's Ben & Jerry's, a company that's no stranger to activism, which faced significant backlash in July 2023 after posting a controversial tweet on the 4th of July. The tweet called for the return of land to indigenous communities, specifically mentioning that the United States was built on land stolen from Native Americans. This statement, which coincided with America's Independence Day, stirred up strong reactions and ignited debates over historical injustices, corporate activism, and the role of companies in social issues. Ben & Jerry's tweet, posted on July 4th, 2023, read, "This 4th of July, it's high time we recognize that the U.S. exists on stolen indigenous indigenous land and commit to returning it. Learn more and take action now. The tweet included a link to an article on the company's website detailing the history of Mount Rushmore and its significance to the Lakota Sioux tribe. The monument is built on land that was taken from the Sioux in violation of the 1868 Treaty of Fort Laramie, which guaranteed the Black Hills region to the tribe. The tweet immediately sparked a fierce backlash, with many accusing the company of being unpatriotic for criticizing the U.S. on Independence Day. Critics, including prominent public figures and social media users, took issue with Ben & Jerry's for what they saw as an attack on American values and heritage. Some viewed the call to return Mount Rushmore as extreme and impractical, and the timing of the message, on a day meant to celebrate American independence, added fuel to the controversy. John Rich, a country music star from the duo Big and Rich, was among the vocal critics, posting, "Make Ben & Jerry's Bud Light again," a reference to the backlash against Bud Light for its involvement in social controversies. Laverne Spicer, a former Republican candidate, also expressed her outrage, labeling the company woke ice creamer. She tweeted, "Ben & Jerry's used Independence Day to speak out against America." She went on to add, "Will the day ever come when these America-hating corporations realize what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you?" The backlash wasn't limited to social media. Some consumers called for a boycott of Ben & Jerry's products, saying they were tired of corporations pushing political agendas. The hashtag boycott Ben & Jerry's trended on Twitter as those who disagreed with the company's stance voiced their frustration. Many argued that corporations should stay out of politics and focus on their core business rather than promoting divisive opinions. Also, when it came time to walk the walk, Ben & Jerry's was exposed. An indigenous tribe from Vermont, where the company's headquarters are located, has demanded their land back, but the company has refused to hand it over. The hypocrisy of Ben & Jerry's even affected their parent company's stock, as it's feeling the pressure. Parent company Unilever has lost nearly $2 billion worth of stock since the announcement. Target. But Ben & Jerry's isn't alone when it comes to companies that suffer backlash after going woke. Department store giant Target also faced a major backlash in 2023 over its Pride Collection, which is an annual initiative to support the LGBTQ+ community during Pride Month. The controversy escalated when Target decided to pull some of the Pride merchandise from its shelves due to safety concerns and intense criticism from various groups. Target's Pride Collection, which featured various LGBTQ+ themed products such as clothing, accessories, and books, sparked immediate backlash from certain conservative and right-wing groups. Critics argued that the collection, which prominently featured items aimed at children and included products with gender fluidity themes, was part of a broader agenda that they disagreed with. This sparked a cultural and political debate, with some accusing Target of pushing LGBTQ+ values onto children and families. As the controversy grew, reports of Target employees being harassed and threatened began to emerge. Protests outside some stores, along with social media backlash, created a tense atmosphere. In response, Target stated that its decision to pull some of the items were made to protect the safety and well-being of its employees. In a public statement, Target expressed that while it remained committed to celebrating Pride and supporting the LGBTQ+ community, the threats to workers' safety made it necessary to adjust its product offerings in some stores. In May 2023, Target announced that it would remove or relocate some of its Pride merchandise, particularly in stores where confrontations and aggressive behaviors were most common.
Target took the necessary steps to protect its frontline workers, but it really is about how they proceed in the days following.
This decision led to further backlash, but this time from the LGBTQ+ community and its allies. Critics accused Target of capitulating to hate groups and failing to stand firm in its support for LGBTQ+ rights, especially during a critical time like Pride Month. As a result, Target faced declining sales and a dip in stock prices as the boycotts impacted foot traffic in stores and the brand's reputation was called into question. Since then, Target has lost $9 billion in market value. Once again, public protest worked, and the call to boycott Target gained momentum. Starbucks. Starbucks, too, found itself in a tricky spot when it decided to go woke. The company released a commercial focusing on transgender issues, only to face backlash from customers and employees. Some staff even went on strike over the removal of Pride merchandise from stores, highlighting the challenges of mixing politics with coffee. Like many companies, the coffee giant was swept up in the political turbulence of 2020 and 2021. It pledged $100 million for businesses focused on advancing racial equality and allowed employees to wear activist clothing and accessories supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. In many Starbucks stores, Pride Month celebrations grew from discreet lapel pins to wall-covering shrines. However, when America's political climate began to shift, Starbucks found these efforts increasingly problematic. In 2023, the company pulled back on Pride displays, prompting strikes at 150 outlets. Around the same time, Starbucks faced lawsuits from shareholders regarding its DEI policies, and labor groups questioned the contrast between its political progressivism and anti-union policies. The most significant controversy hit Starbucks in late 2023, following the Hamas attack on Israel. A Starbucks employee union posted a solidarity with Palestine message, leading Starbucks to denounce it and file a lawsuit against the union. This action upset pro-Palestinian customers, sparking a boycott. While boycotts are often exaggerated in the media, this one had real consequences, with the brand's sales dropping by 3% in the US. Disney. Disney is another brand that has also been hit hard over woke agendas. Once known as a beloved family entertainment company, Disney has increasingly found itself at the center of America's culture wars, with conservative groups and individuals accusing the company of adopting a woke agenda. One major flashpoint was Disney's decision to embrace more diverse characters and storylines in its productions. Recent films like Lightyear, which featured a same-sex kiss, and The Little Mermaid, in which Ariel was portrayed by Black actress Halle Bailey, sparked controversy among certain audiences. Some argued that Disney was changing iconic characters and storylines to fit a progressive agenda, which alienated traditional fans. Disney's commitment to LGBTQ+ representation also became a focal point. The inclusion of openly gay characters in movies and animated series has been seen as a progressive step by some, but it has also fueled conservative anger, with opponents claiming Disney is pushing woke politics onto children. Despite losing 2.4 million subscribers, the company remains committed to pushing woke content. Films like Elemental have had historically low openings, and even their chief diversity officer has resigned. Yet Disney continues down this path, seemingly prioritizing ideology over profitability. With this, it's clear that the consumers are growing tired of being preached at by the brands they support. With that, we might start seeing more businesses focus on what really matters: serving their customers. Do you agree with this? Let us know your opinions in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like it.